Some houses are simply old, others are waiting. When Harper and Dylan moved into the long-abandoned Victorian on the edge of Grangemire Village, they were looking for inspiration. As freelance illustrators and digital artists, they wanted peace, quiet, and something atmospheric, a place to breathe creativity into their work. What they found was something far older and far hungrier. This is the story of what happened inside Marrow House. The house had been on the market for almost a decade. Located just outside a nearly forgotten English village, the Victorian manor was surrounded by 5 acres of forest. The real estate agent gave them a nervous laugh when Harper asked why no one had bought it. "It's got a reputation is all," he said. "Old stories, but they're just stories." He didn't elaborate. They bought the house anyway. At first everything felt surreal. The faded wallpaper, creaky floors, and dusty chandeliers only added to the house's character. Harper adored it. Dylan, more skeptical, admitted it felt off, but chalked it up to its age and emptiness. They moved in mid-October. On the first night, Harper was stirred from sleep by a soft sound, something like whispering. It was faint but distinct, coming from inside the wall right behind the bed. She sat up and listened. Nothing. Dylan was asleep beside her, undisturbed. She pressed her ear to the wall. For a moment, she swore she could hear someone saying her name. Harper. A whisper. Not hostile, not yet, but intimate, as if the house already knew her. Over the next few days, things escalated. In the basement, Harper saw something she couldn't explain. A pale figure standing in the corner of the room, a woman, soaked and silent. When the light flickered back, the corner was empty. She told Dylan. He laughed, but uneasily. They both began to sleep poorly. Strange noises echoed through the house at night. Scratching in the walls, soft tapping on the floors above when no one was upstairs. The sound of distant footsteps that never led to anything. And then came the door. Behind an old wardrobe in the upstairs hallway, Dylan found it. A narrow wooden door, completely hidden and sealed with rusted bolts. It wasn't listed on the blueprints. Harper, curious, helped him pry it open. What lay behind was a steep staircase descending into darkness. They followed it down with flashlights, the air growing colder the farther they went. At the bottom, they found a hidden chamber. Bones lined the walls, some of them obviously animal, but others unmistakably human. Children's shoes lay scattered in the dust. Rotten toys. A crib sat in the center of the room, its white paint flaking. On the floor, someone had drawn symbols in chalk, spirals, runes, things neither of them recognized, and then from the shadows came a whisper, "Come back." They fled, locking the door behind them. That night, Harper dreamed of the chamber. She stood in the circle of bones, while a woman with eyeless sockets whispered in her ear. The bones began to rattle. In the dream, she reached for the crib. She awoke in a panic. Her hands were filthy. Her fingernails were cracked, packed with soil. She had been outside, digging. The days blurred. Dylan began muttering in his sleep, repeating phrases in languages Harper didn't understand. He said he could hear scratching beneath the floors, something chewing its way up. He wouldn't leave the house. One night, Harper woke to find him gone. Following the sound of dragging chains, she descended the hidden stairwell once more. There in the burial room, Dylan stood over the crib. He was bleeding from his hand, letting it drip onto the floor, whispering, "It wants to be fed." Terrified, Harper called the police the next morning, but when they arrived, the hidden door was gone. The wardrobe sat flush against a solid wall. No staircase, no bones, no crib, nothing. Dylan claimed he didn't know what she was talking about. He acted normal, too normal. She reviewed footage from the hallway camera she had set up. The video showed Harper alone, staring at the wall for 7 hours, whispering something that wasn't English. Harper tried to leave. She packed a bag, got in the car. But at the edge of the property, her vision blurred, her ears filled with static. She woke up in her bed with no memory of turning back. The whispers returned that night, clearer now. Harper, come home. You were always ours. A few days later, Dylan vanished. In the bathroom mirror, a message was smeared in something dark and sticky. We're beneath the house. We are the house. Join us. Harper tore through the wall with her bare hands. Splinters, dust, blood. Behind it, the door had returned. It was open, waiting. They found Harper 3 weeks later, naked, starved, eyes gouged out, but smiling. She was curled in the crib in the underground chamber, humming a lullaby in a language no one could identify. In her arms, she cradled a child's skull like a doll. She didn't respond to questions, just kept rocking and singing. 6 months later, the house sold again. The new owners never discovered the door. But sometimes, in the dead of night, they hear a woman singing from beneath the floorboards. And once, just once, they swore something sang back.